Oh, lovely. So if we start sitting up, find the sit bones beneath the base of your spine and pelvis, and loosely hold the back of your thighs. You can have your feet a little bit further away from the body so it's as comfortable as it can be. And we're going to warm up the back to start with. So starting like we do with the pelvic tilt, breathing out, sending your pubic bone towards you and sending the tailbone away, just holding the backs of your thighs. So we're not going very far at all. And then come back to sitting. So very slowly, very gently, just curling the pubic bone towards us, sending the tailbone away. Gaze is between your knees. And so our aim for this one is really to get the lower back working first. So your upper half is doing nothing at all. You're just really trying to get some movement through the lower back, and that's aided by using those abdominal muscles, so drawing the tummy button to the spine. That's it. So really nice and slow. One more like this. Breathing out, send the tailbone away. And then you come up to sitting. Think about lifting the heart to the ceiling, so we're getting a little tiny wee back bend in the upper part of your back, and then back to a neutral position. So then send the tailbone away, trying to aim the lower back towards the mat, but we're nowhere there. And I'm not trying to get there for warming up, and then sitting tall and lifting the heart. Breathing out, sending the tailbone away. Sitting tall, keep the chin nodded. So we're just getting some upper back extension. Oh, I like my new setup because I can see you and I'm facing this way on my computer and see you on the telly enlarged. Lovely, just one more of these. And for a little bit of added extra, as we sit up and lift the heart, I want you to think of the scapula, the big shoulder blades at the back, the bottom bits just drawing towards each other to give a little bit more width. And then we're going to bring the arms away from the thighs and just curl forward. And as we sit up, open them. And again, think of the scapula reaching towards each other as you extend backwards ever so slightly. And then curling forwards. So we're getting more of a curve in the upper back. And then it's those shoulder blades drawing together that open the arms. And if you want to do that sort of pelvic tilt and the curling forward as well, it's up to you. See how you feel today. So it's a little bit like spine stretch forward and half roll back all combined, but really small. Really precise. And again, one more. Breathing out, curling forward, breathing in, sitting tall. And on next one, we're going to add some rotation. So we are going to bend forward over our legs. Going to leave one arm on a leg and open the other arm behind us. Again, you can send the tailbone away to get a little bit more reach and then come back again. So only go as far as is comfy. You can send the tailbone away, tap the floor behind, but we're really not going very far at all. Very much just warming up. That's it. So find a little bit of flow. Think the shoulder blades drawing down your back to allow your arm to come up and over. That's it. One more to each side. And then finish the one you're on. Lovely, sitting nice and tall, keeping hold of our sides. We will roll ourselves back down onto the mat, piece by piece by piece. So really keep control to come to lying down. Then bend your legs up and we will do our arm and leg slides. So think about the base of the shoulder blades nice and wide. If you think about them drawing together, that gives you a little bit more width in the top of the shoulders. Arms up to the ceiling, palms facing away, draw the arms into the shoulder joint, and then slide one arm and leg away from each other, keeping the ribs down, and then back to the start. So we're still very much warming up here. Feel free to keep the feet on the floor and really start to focus on those deep abdominal muscles, and try to keep the arms as straight as possible as they go behind you. They might not reach the floor. My elbows have a terrible reputation for bending, so I really have to work hard, and my left side will not reach the mat. So we're looking for intention rather than anything spectacular, and it depends how flexible you are. And that's why it's really important not to compare yourself to anybody else. Really work with your body as it's feeling in any given day. And remember, breathe in to extend, breathe out, extra oomph through the tummy button into the body to bring the legs back. That's it. And a little pause in the middle as well before you send the other opposite arm and leg away. One more on each side. And then the same thing, so extend an arm and leg away, and then we're going to take it out to the side, draw it back, and then back to the starting position. Remember, allow the arms to be really heavy in the shoulder joints. You're having to keep a little bit of extra control because you can hover the leg ever so slightly off the floor if you wish. So keeping the leg nice and long as we extend away, just open it out to the side. Imagine that half a snow angel is the effect we're looking for. That's it. One more on each side. So keep the leg straight, Elaine, as it goes out to the side. That's it. Squeeze the inner thigh to bring it back. Lovely. And then when you've finished, just hug your knees in towards the chest. So obviously our rest position, elbows nice and wide, but you can feel your lower back fully imprinted onto the mat. From there, I want you to keep that imprint. So use the tummy button to spine thing, and then angle your legs away so you're in tabletop. Maria, if you want to, you can have your feet down, depending how you're feeling in a minute. And we'll do our little hip roll. So breathing in, take the knees over to one side, breathing out, tummy button to spine to bring them back. Really trying to keep the lower back fully on the mat. So it'll be tiny and you might feel a little bit of extra work. That's it. If you feel your back is starting to arch away from the mat, make it smaller or put your feet down or bring your knees closer into the body. For that extra challenge, you want to angle the knees further away and keep that imprint there. Keeping the shoulders nice and relaxed, of course. That's looking good. Nice and slow. And if you want a bit of an extra challenge, as you take the knees over to one side, you can extend both legs or one leg, bring them back to the center, bend, and take them over to the other side. And there will be a little bit of lift in the lower back for this, but really make sure you're controlling it through the abdominals. And remember to breathe, breathing in to go to the side, breathing out to center. That's it, lovely. Backs of the shoulder blades drawing together to keep your shoulders nice and wide on the mat. One more to each side. Lovely. Then again, hug your knees in. Have a little moment to breathe. And assuming your shoulders are happy, come up onto your forearms. So again, thinking about the shoulder blades behind you, reaching towards each other to get some width through the front of the shoulder and the chest. Chin is lightly nodded. We're going to walk our feet in a little bit on our toes and lift up into tabletop. And we'll do very similar things. So we're going to rock from side to side for 3, and then extend the legs away and bend. So rock, 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 extend the legs away and bend. All the time, keeping the abdominals drawing down into the body. Keep breathing. Think about the backs of the shoulder blades drawing towards each other. You're all looking a little bit tense through the shoulder area. And if it's too much through the shoulders, you can lie down. Really nice. Lovely. Keep breathing. Good. That's it. One more. And then place yourself back down again. Hug your knees in for a little breather. And from there, keep the lower back on the mat. Angle the legs away. Keeping the lower back down, keeping the shoulders wide, and we'll do our toe taps. So focus this time, not only on the tummy button to spine, but on the back of the leg. Think about squeezing the bum as the toe taps away from you. And the further you take your leg away, the more you have to work those deep abdominal muscles to keep the lower back firmly placed onto the mat. Breathe out for tapping away when it's in this position. So nice and slow, really slowly. That's it. Good. And use your breath. Double check your shoulders are relaxed on the mat. One more to each side. And then if you need to, hug your knees in for a little rest before resetting yourself up. So tummy, button, spine, keeping the lower back onto the mat, angling those knees away from you again, turning the knees out so your toes are together. And we'll do the same thing. So tapping down really slowly, keeping the lower back onto the mat. And this time, breathe in to tap down, breathe out to reassert that imprint, just in case it's gone walkabout. So keeping the toes together, knees turned out, pointy toe reaching down. If you feel your lower back is arching off the mat, just bring the knees slightly closer to the body. That's it, lovely. One more to each side. Keeping the shoulders nice and relaxed. And then let's hold it there. So our toes are together, knees are out. And we're just going to open one leg and extend it straight, keeping the other knee where it is. Bend it back in and then extend the other leg away. So we're getting a little bit of a stretch down the leg that's extending. And again, if you're feeling any pulling in the lower back, just bring the knees closer to the body, because I want to think about real length through the leg that's extending away. That's it. So you're trying to keep the bent legs as still as possible and just open out to the side and come back again. Keeping the tummy button drawing into the body, keeping the back of the shoulder blades wide on the mat. And then one more on each side. Lovely. Then hug your knees in. Definitely have a little bit of a breath. And let's loosen off. So single leg circles, as always, you can either have both knees bent, one knee in tabletop, and just circulate really slowly for 8 in each direction, trying to keep your body straight. If you want long legs, really make sure they're long. You can find a point to spot on the ceiling, swoop round. But again, make sure the rest of the body is as stable as possible. And use your breath. Use a whole breath in to do a circle and a whole breath out to do a circle. And then when you have finished, because you'll be working at your speed, again, just lie back and hug your knees in. But we're looking for 8 perfect circles on each leg in each direction. So nice and slowly, there's no rush. It's all about control and making sure you're not pulling anything. Maria, slow it down a little bit. Be kind to yourself. It's a bit of meditation time. That's it, lovely, Elaine. You can have the other foot down on the ground, Elaine. There, that'll give it a little bit of support. That's it, Jeanette, lovely. Good. That's it. And when you've finished your 8 in each direction, just hug your knees in. Breathe. Very nice. Okay. So feet back down on the mat, arms and hands behind your head. We will do our chest lift. So really think about head heavy in the hands, breathing out, tummy button to spine, keeping the tailbone down, sliding the ribs forward and breathing in, come back down. So we'll keep it nice and simple to start with before we can add some challenges. But Maria, really think about if you want to do the challenges or just keep at the basic level. Want to make sure you're 100% safe. And breathing out to curl up, looking between your knees, head is heavy into your hands, elbows are wide. Back to the shoulder blades, drawing towards each other, ribs sliding down, tummy button drawing into the body, and back. And this time as we curl up, we're just lifting one leg into tabletop, and placing our body down. And then as we curl up, lift the other leg into tabletop and place the body down. And as we curl up this time, extend both legs away and then bend them in as we lie the upper body down. So keep going, extending away nice and slowly, and then returning back to the mat with the upper body. But only if you're happy. If you don't want to do both legs, you can either keep your legs in tabletop, keep them down, or just extend one leg away as you curl up that challenge. Lovely. Really think about pressing the head back into the hands, keeping the elbows wide. You should really be feeling this through the abdominals already. Doing a lot of work. That's it. Then hug your knees in just briefly. And then send the legs away again. Keeping the imprint, hands behind the head. We will curl up. Extend both legs if you're happy to, and you can hold it comfortably. And we're just going to do 3 leg circles in opposite directions. Maria, probably keep your legs bent or just do a chest lift, and then reverse the direction. And again, make sure your abdominals are holding you, because you can pull your back doing that if you're not. And then hug your knees in, rock from side to side. And then we will do our single leg stretch. Oh, it's all happening today. Curl the upper body forward, send the shins away, and then we extend one leg and change, and change, and change. And 5, and 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. Good. Hug your knees in. We'll add on a straight leg to that. So we're going to do it to a beat of 3, nodding the chin, curling up, sending the shins away. We're going to do our single leg stretch for 3, 2, 1, and then the long leg is going to beat up for 3 and down, 2, 1, and then change back to single leg stretch. So then the other leg should be long for 3, 2, 1, and then change again to single leg stretch for 3. That's it. Good, and then beat the long leg 3, 2. Good, Elaine. That's where rest, Maria, because this is really hefty. That's it, final time. Good. Lovely. Lovely, Jeanette. And then lie back, hug your knees in. Oh, I was going to say final challenge. We'll do our crisscross. So we're going to nod the chin, curl up, do exactly the same thing with the single legs, but then hands behind our head, and we're going to rotate to the bent knee. So again, if it's too much today, do not worry. Just come back down to normal oblique rotations and keep them tiny. Otherwise, Pilates crisscross, keeping the elbows wide, bending the front armpit to the bent knee. Maria, keep it slower. So come down to the mat in between each time, Maria. And then slowly over, keeping both bum cheeks down on the ground. One more set if you can, Elaine and Jeanette. Good. Lovely. Then hug your knees in. And really breathe deeply. Well done. God, I hate crisscross with a passion. I'm so rubbish at rotation. It's so painful. Let's also stretch it out a bit, focusing on the backs of our legs and our bodies. So we will just do a bridge, which will feel so simple. Think about the shoulders nice and wide. And again, today. Focus on the base of the shoulder blades drawing into each other and behind you, and then narrowing at the bum, lifting up into a long line. So your ribs and legs are in line with each other, really firing up the backs of your legs, and then karate chop at the pelvis to come back down again. So arms are loosely on the mat. As you breathe out, think narrowing in and breathing in to come back down. That's it. If you need to give your neck a little bit of extra length, just reset yourself up. And remember, we're thinking really nice length away through the knees, long line from shoulders through to knees. 2 more, breathing out, lifting up, and coming back down. And final time, narrow at the bum as you squeeze, lift, extending. Right, we're going to hold it there and just peel one foot off the floor. And if you're happy to extend it away in line with the knee of the bent leg that's holding you up. And then we're just going to do 3 little circles in each direction. So you're really having to work the standing leg. You've still got the ab connection going on. Whoa, nice little bit of cramp. So if you do get cramp, walk your feet in closer and then come back down, ready to do the other side. Oh, that's nice. Extending the other leg away, nice and long in line with the bent knee. And again, 3 little circles in each direction. Nice and slowly, so you're controlling everything. You're having to work those muscles. Place the foot down, place the bum down. Brilliant, ready to go again. So squeeze and lift, extend one leg away, and 3 little circles to control everything. So you notice if you're hitching at the hips or dropping, and then come down in between, change sides. That's looking lovely. Well done, Maria. Good, Elaine. That's a Jeanette, fabulous. Finish the ones you're on. And let's do the full Pilates bridge. So same thing, breathing out, coming up. As you're all looking strong enough, leg to the ceiling, and then dip to knee height and back. So for 3, 2, 1, leg back to the ceiling, bum comes down, foot comes down, ready to squeeze and change again. I'm peeling the other leg to the ceiling, down to knee height, 3, 2, 1, that's it, up to the ceiling, bum comes down, foot comes down, and again, narrow lift, nice long leg to the ceiling, feet down for 3, 2, 1, back to the ceiling, bum comes down, foot comes down, final change, lift and up, extend the other leg to the ceiling, gorgeous, feet for 3, end up pointing to the ceiling, bum comes down, foot comes down, fab. Okay, so we have choices for our next one. We're going to do our leg pull back prep. So it's our back plank basically. So again, if you're happy to, come onto your forearms and think about those shoulder blades squeezing towards each other, legs nice and long. And we're going to squeeze the bum, squeeze the bum, squeeze the bum until we lift up. Little hold, and then place yourself back down. You might find it's easier to come up onto your full long arms. It depends how your shoulders are feeling. Again, think about squeezing the shoulder blades together. So have a little try. Focus on squeezing the bottom to lift you up. So in a nice long line. Lovely, Maria, good. And come back down again. That's it, Jeanette. Lovely, Elaine, fabulous. Oh, well, that's looking all right. So let's challenge that. So squeeze the bum, come into the lift. And for now, let's just rock forward and back by pointing our toes and flexing our feet, just for a few to see how that feels. And you want to keep the body up on the same line that it starts. That's it, Jeanette, good. And then calm down. If you want to wriggle your wrists and have a breather, good. Let's try one more if you're happy to. Maria, if it's doing too much on your back, what you can do is just lie down and just think about lifting your bum to get a little bit of opening here. But don't do it if it's causing any pain. Nobody do it if it's causing any pain. Final set. So set yourself up. Think about lifting the heart to the ceiling, the back of the shoulder blades drawing together, squeeze the bum to come in a nice long line. And then let's tap a foot in towards the bottom and change. So trying again to keep the bum up the same line it starts. Final time, in and out, good. And then come back down. Lovely. And just hug an arm across the body, release the wrist. And then change sides. And come up to sitting. So choices as always, either long legs slightly separated, or you can bend at the knees if it's not comfy to sit long, or you can sit up on a block or cushion. It depends how much you feel you grip in the front of the thighs. We're going to do our spine stretch forward. So arms will be out in front, and think again about drawing them into the shoulder joint, heart lifting. And then as we breathe out, think about drawing the tummy button into the body to get that lower back arching again. You're reaching the arms forward on the same line as you start and aiming your head between those shoulders. And then sitting up. So again, it's that case of sliding the arms along an imaginary table, drawing the tummy into the body, feeling a stretch through the back. If the legs are long, you're pressing them into the mat. Become a human hairpin. It's my only description, that's it. So breathing out to make some space, curling the lower back. That's it, lovely, Maria. That's it, Elaine. Good, good, Jeanette. And sitting tall. I'm impressed with this. It's a really tough one to get right. And you don't have to be ultra flexible to get the benefit from it. Really working piece by piece, the spine, controlling the arms, a lot of ab work in here, but a beautiful stretch for the back. And for the backs of the legs as well. Good, breathing out, curling forward, drawing the tummy into the body, keeping the legs up. Fabulous. Do one more. And then stay there. Let's walk the feet back to being flat on the floor. Hold the backs of our thighs. Actually, make sure you've got a lot of space behind you, so you might want to shuffle forward a little bit and there's nothing you're going to bang your head on. Think about what we did at the start. Send the tailbone away, so almost into a little half roll back, but not that far, and walk your feet in a little bit further. So we're going to go into rolling like a ball prep. So by the time your feet are drawing closer and closer and closer, you have to hover them off the mat into that favorite position. If you can, hands on the outside of your ankles and just challenge your balance, drawing the tummy into the body, keeping the chin nodded. That's looking lovely. And if you're happy to, just end up rolling back and coming up to that balance point again. Ooh, rubbish today. For me, not you. That's it. Good. No, don't worry. Just Do a little balance work, Maria, if you want to, or just sit it out. That's it, Jeanette. Try not to go so far back on the head, just to the shoulder blades. Yes, Elaine, good. Lovely. Yes, good, good, good. Just do a couple more. That's it, Jeanette. So it's all about, yes, keeping that curve in the spine. And finish the one you're on. And let's roll over onto our front. And we'll start by doing the arrow. So today, I want you to hover your nose off the mat, or, lightly have it there. Again, shoulders roll forward, legs are slightly separated, but the front of the thighs firmly anchored onto the mat. And we're going to lift the shoulder blades, but we're going to hold them halfway and think about, as I said, the base and the back of the shoulder blades, just drawing towards each other ever so slightly. And from there, then they're going to slide further down your back, which hovers the arms off the mat. The crown of the head is reaching away. The heart is reaching through the crown of the head. See a nice long, low hover. Breathing in to rotate the arms in the shoulder joint, so thumbs come to the ceiling, and then place yourself back down. So really breaking down the movement and feeling where it's working in our body. So we're stopping halfway with the shoulder blades. We're drawing them towards each other a little bit more and reaching down our back to bring the arms into a low hover. Breathing in to rotating the arm joint and coming back down again. So let's continue as we watch. That's it. So reach the arms, Elaine, lovely. Rotate them so the thumbs come to the ceiling, and then place yourself back down. Good, that's looking lovely. So holding at that halfway point, reaching the shoulder blades towards each other, reaching down your back. Good. Maria, just lie down on your back and breathe. We've done a lot of work today, so just there's more to come. Or on the bed, somewhere that's comfy, and just relax. That's it, lovely, Jeanette. That's good, Elaine. Really nice. Hopefully you feel everything's working. So the legs nicely placed, and you don't move them. It's just that upper body reaching and lowering. Good. Do one more. So Maria, depending how you're feeling, you can do the next one against the wall. We're going to do our cobra, so you can press against the wall just to get a little bit of back extension going. It really depends on you, or just lie and rest, whatever works for you. So Elaine and Jeanette, separate your legs ever so slightly so the toes are pointed away, arms in a nice bent elbows, hands probably at head level. Think about pressing the pubic bone into the mat. And again, draw the shoulders down away from the ears, in slightly at the base towards each other. Think again about the heart reaching up through the head, crown of the head reaching away. And we'll just hold it, keeping the forearms on the mat to start with. And again, thinking reaching forward as you place yourself back down onto the mat. So we're trying to avoid any tension in the lower back. Everything is reaching forward and up through the tummy, using the scapula, the base, the shoulder blades to help with that extension through the upper back. And again, the legs are staying completely still on the mat. There's a bum squeeze, probably of about 50%. That's it. So keep the chins nodded. All the work's happening. Yes, adjustments in the upper back. Good. That's it, Maria. And Maria, you can turn around so you can have your elbows on the wardrobe this time and press back with the elbows to get a little bit of a stretch around the front of the body. Elbows behind you, so you're facing the other way towards the window. That's it. So bend the elbows, press ever so lightly and extend. That's it. Good, Elaine. Good, Jeanette. One more. And then bring your arms back as if we were doing the arrow. Legs, again, can be slightly separated, but the front of the thighs back onto the mat. And we'll do swimming, but with the arrow arms. So we're going to squeeze the bum, point the feet, reach them away so they hover off the mat. We're going to draw the arms and shoulder blades towards each other to hover the arms. And then it's opposite arm and leg tapping down. So it's again taking our concentration in a different way to normal. Keeping the shoulders sliding down. Mine are just sort of creeping up towards the ears. That's it. Keep the chin nodded, Elaine. You can slow it down to get the feel for it to start with. And then if you want to have a bash at speeding it up. That's it, Jeanette. And then as you continue the legs, just take your arms out into a T position and forward in front of you and into full swimming. So you're doing opposite arm and leg. That's it. Lovely. Wonderful. And 5, and 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. Marvelous. Okay. So Maria, we're going to do some hamstring work again. So you can do it standing up. So just do some basic hamstring curls and you can have yourself balanced against the wall again. So you've got some balance. Everybody else, what am I doing? What am I doing? Double leg kick. So we're going to start lying down. You're going to look one way and you're going to have your legs together. You're going to reach them away from you so they're hovering off the mat, arms across behind your back. And then we're going to do 3 kicks in, 3, 2, 1. Extend the legs away, extend the arms away, which make you look at the mat, lifting the upper body. And then you turn the other way for 3 kicks in. Look at the mat as you extend away. And extend. So the more you hover the legs off the mat, the harder those hamstrings are having to work. Lovely. Good, Jeanette. That's it, Elaine. Maria, you can hold yourself up against the wardrobe for a bit of balance and think slower and keeping the knees in line with each other. So bring the knee back in line with the standing leg. That's it, Jeanette. Good. Yes, Elaine, lovely. One more to each side. Lovely, really nice. And then roll over onto your side when you finish the last one. If you need to sit back into child pose in between, please do. And let's do some side line. So hopefully, Maria, you'll be all right with this. We'll do our double leg lift to start with. So underneath arm, nice and long, or if it's not comfy, bend it up. Hand in front for balance if you need it. Have legs long, but slightly further forward so you can see them. And I'm going to breathe out to lift and hover. Breathe in to place yourself down. So standard double leg lift. Same things always apply. Underneath waist, drawing up away from the mat. Underneath shoulder, drawing away from the ears. Inner thigh doing all that work. Nice and smooth. If you feel any pinching in the lower back, just angle those legs slightly further forward. Lovely, really nice. Good. And two more. Final one. Breathing out to lift. Good. Let's see. So let's lift them up. We want hand in front for balance. Lift the top leg. Lengthen it even further away from you. And let's do 5 little circles. So you're having to control through the tummy button. It's hard to make perfect circles. And then 5 in the other direction. That's it. Lovely. And then come back down again when you've done. Lift the top leg to hip height. And we're going to do a hot potato. So keeping it straight, 2 taps in front, lift it up and 2 taps behind. So again, as we lift the leg, we're trying not to hitch into the mat. We're trying to keep our body nice and long, keeping it controlled, trying to get a little bit of burn through that hip. And just, wow, how high can you get your leg, Elaine? That's fantastic. Oh, I'm so jealous. That's it, Jeanette, lovely. So it's keeping it controlled, lengthening away. Good, really nice. One more. And then from there, keep that top leg at hip height. We'll do our bottom leg lift. So just squeeze the underneath leg and place it down. So breathing out to bring it up. That's it. Really lengthening that top leg away all times. Very nice. Good. 2 more. And then just bend the knees, heels in line with the bottom, angling the knees away, making your top half comfy, underneath waist drawing up, and we will finish the side bits with the shell. So breathing out, think knee forward and up, and we're trying to stop any rocking of the body at all. So breathing out to open the knee, breathing in to close. That's it, Maria, lovely. Good, Jeanette. That's it, Elaine. Keep it a little bit smaller. Yes. Again, 2 more. And then either roll over onto the other side or scoot round, ready to do the other side. If you want to see. I'll stay on this side because of my earpiece. So starting with the double leg lifts, set yourself up for success. Really find that underneath hip, lengthen the legs away, squeezing them together, underneath waist drawing up, underneath shoulder drawing down, and breathing out to lift and hover, keeping looking at the mat, and then lowering back down. Using your breath, so breathing out to lift. Jeanette, keep it a little bit lower. Thinking nice long arrow. That's it, good, Maria. Think a little bit of length through the legs, so someone's pulling them away as you come up. Good. That's it, Elaine. And again, remember any hint of anything in the lower back, just angle the legs forward. Two more. And then lift the legs hand in front for balance. Lift the top leg a little bit more and 5 little circles in each direction. Good. And when you're done, top leg lifts, reach it away. And again, 2 taps down, up to the side, 2 taps behind. So all the time trying to keep the body as stable as you can, no rocking forward and back. Just some work through that top leg, upper body nice and relaxed. Good. And as always, noticing whether one side is feeling more stable than the other. Lovely. One more set. And then lifting the top leg to hip height, lift and lower the underneath leg. So all the time, tummy button drawing in, lengthening away, shoulders nice and relaxed. Think about squeezing the inner thigh of the underneath leg to lift and lower. Legs nice and straight. Good. 2 more. And then final side one, our shell. So bend the knees. Have a look, heels in line with your bum. And breathing out, tummy button to spine. Sink the knee forward and up and back. And if you've got any rolling, make it tiny. So maybe put a hand behind the pelvis, just to give yourself a little bit of guide, to make sure nothing's opening too much. And again, it really depends how much flexibility you've got through the joints. But even if you are really flexible, you need to just be able to control that. Me, not flexible at all. So I have a natural stopping point, which is a lot smaller than yours. Lovely. 3 more. Breathing out. Really make it nice and considered. And final one. Wonderful. Roll over onto your hands and knees. We'll finish class with a nice dog and a cat. So this is obviously really good for the back. Think about the base of those shoulder blades drawing towards each other to open the front of your chest and your shoulders. Tummy button drawing up, keeping the back where it is. Just slide an arm and leg away, and if you're happy to, lift it and then bring it back in line. And of course, we're looking for a smooth transition and change. So it's all about balance. We're working our whole back, obviously our nice joints, squeaky floor. And again, we're thinking a nice line from the back of the head, down the spine to the very tips of our toes. So nothing big and bouncy, just length and strength. Couple more to each side, thinking about the backs of those shoulder blades drawing towards each other. Final one. And then let's end with the cat. So double check where your feet are. They should be in line with your lower legs, in line with your knees. Back flat start with, then tuck the tailbone under. Just the same way we started class sitting. Gradually arch the spine until your head drops between your arms. Press in there. Breathe out. Unpeel through the back until the head comes up last. And one more of those, tucking the tailbone underneath first, arching the lower back, middle back, upper back. Lovely, Maria. That's it, Jeanette. Head falls between the arms. Very last thing. And then unpeel through the tailbone. Come to a flat back. Lovely. From there, tuck your toes under, rock back towards your feet. We're going to roll up piece by piece to come to standing. So keep the knees bent really slowly to make sure you don't spin around and fall over. Gradually come up to standing. And because we did quite a lot of hamstring work, let's just bring one leg forward, foot flat on the floor. Bend the back knee, hands behind our backs. Think about sending the tailbone and the bum into an imaginary chair. So you're feeling a beautiful stretch all the way through. So straighten that front leg and bend the back leg. That's it. So you're sitting into the back knee and back leg. That's it, Jeanette. Just breathe for a couple more seconds. Come to standing. Change sides. So take a nice big stance, bend the back knee, send the bum way, way behind you. Feel that lovely stretch. Breathing all the time. Lovely. Gradually come to standing. Final side bend, so either hands just by your side. We're going to go down one side. Imagine you're between 2 panes of glass. If you're happy to, just bring an arm up and over the head. Underneath arm comes up and come to standing. Press down to think nice and tall, and then the other side. If it's too much on the shoulders, just keep the arms down and then reach overhead. Underneath arm comes up. Tummy button to spine to bring you to standing. Press down, thinking tall, 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 up to the ceiling. And you're done again for another week. Fantastic, well done.